Today's horoscope, Sagittarius February 23, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Negotiations with family or about home and family matters can go exceptionally well these days. Even with the possible confusion of Mars changing direction tomorrow, there's a real sense that you can talk and sort through issues now. You're in an excellent position to communicate, follow a hunch, or enjoy special interests. You're particularly in shape for domestic activities or doing things with family or loved ones. Frank and open discussions may clear the air. You can feel pleasantly busy and on top of things. You are talented at pulling the constructive and helpful bits from conversations and information. With the archetypes of the planets existing as crystallized forms, we can learn a great deal about how life is proceeding here on Earth. Jupiter, our great benefic, is currently orbiting in the high halls of Gemini. This means that in order to get lucky in the romance department, we may want to embrace some of the quirks, personalities, and techniques of the twins. Keeping our options open may become more noticeable around us, but by doing so, we will learn more about our true ideas, desires, and needs. Embrace this energy, and you will learn so much more about yourself and life. Do not go over your budget. Take some time to consider what you can afford to do for fun this weekend because the moon will enter Capricorn to its detriment. You may not think twice before swiping your credit card. However, you work too hard to let your hard-earned money go to waste. You deserve to have fun this weekend, but within moderation and sticking to a budget. Use today to figure out what you can allot to your weekend activities while staying on track with your financial goals and progress. Take a look at what matters most to you in the world. Somewhere on your list is probably a sense of well-being for all, and a safe community for our children to grow up in. One of the ways you can balance your own needs and the needs of the community is through participation in organic farming. Consider getting knowledgeable about the issues surrounding organic farming. Being aware of what you can do will add to your sense of well-being. Buying organic is a political statement as well as a nutritional one. You are apt to find yourself thinking of your greatest dreams on this day. Perhaps you have not indulged much in this since you were a child. Yet, without your dreams, there is no sky for you to aim for. Today, you are better able to connect with this part of yourself. Further, you will feel the strength and determination to take real steps to make your vision a reality. Take full advantage of this. When the moon returns to Sagittarius each month, as well as a chance to check in, it will clash with Jupiter in your relationship sector and form a friendly aspect to the planets in a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart as it moves through. The moon is doing all of that today, but with some big differences. This is the moon's first visit since Venus, the planet of love, returned to a fun, playful, romantic and creative part of your chart, since Jupiter turned direct in your relationship sector and since the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, returned to Sagittarius 2 days ago. All these firsts make this a powerful day for drawing a line in the sand. It is a given that when the moon returns to Sagittarius each month, it will clash with Jupiter in your relationship sector and form a friendly aspect to the two long-term planets in your romantic sector as it moves through. The difference this time is the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitment, is not only in her early days in Sagittarius, but you have Venus, the planet of love, in your romantic sector, and they are set to become close over the coming weeks. Daily Planetary Overview. As the moon enters Capricorn, a sign where it is considered to be in exile, you may find that emotions take a back seat today. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, it simply means that the usual waves of sentimentality might feel muted, and expressions of deep feeling may not come as easily as they normally would. Have you ever had one of those days where you know you care deeply about something, but the words just don't seem to come out the way you want? That's the kind of energy at play now. The emotional flow may feel restricted, making it challenging to open up, especially if those around you are not providing the space or understanding you need. It's not that feelings aren't there, but rather that they may be harder to articulate or access. Flexibility will be key today, as unexpected shifts in plans may test your patience. You might have everything mapped out, only to realize that circumstances are pushing you to make last-minute changes or even abandon certain plans altogether. This can be frustrating, especially if you prefer stability and predictability, but instead of resisting, try to see these shifts as opportunities. Have you ever been forced to change direction unexpectedly, only to realize later that it led you to something even better? Often, the detours life throws at us are not roadblocks but redirections towards something more aligned with our growth. By staying adaptable, you allow room for new possibilities to emerge. In relationships, there's a strong pull toward making tangible progress rather than indulging in sentimentality. If you're in a partnership, this is a great time to discuss practical ways to improve your connection, whether through shared responsibilities, long-term plans, or finding new ways to keep things interesting. If you're single, you might feel drawn to someone who shares your ambitions and outlook on life, someone who can offer substance and stability rather than just surface-level attraction. This isn't a day for grand romantic gestures, but rather for meaningful actions that show care and commitment in practical ways. Have you ever had someone do something small but deeply thoughtful for you, something that meant far more than a simple "I love you"? That's the kind of energy that holds weight today. At the same time, be mindful of how you communicate with others. Capricorn's influence can sometimes make us overly blunt or focused on results, which might come across as insensitive. You may feel an urge to take charge and push things forward, but make sure you're not steamrolling over other people's feelings in the process. Have you ever been so focused on getting something done that you unintentionally disregarded how it might affect those around you? Striking a balance between efficiency and empathy will make all the difference. Pay attention to people's reactions and adjust your approach accordingly. If you notice someone withdrawing or becoming defensive, take a step back and reassess whether your tone is as constructive as it could be. With a little diplomacy, you'll find that people are much more willing to support and collaborate with you. With everything running smoothly in your own world, you're in a position to extend your energy outward and offer support to those who may need it. This isn't about grand gestures. It can be as simple as checking in on a friend, offering a helping hand, or sharing some words of encouragement. Sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness make the biggest impact. Have you ever been going through a tough time, only to have someone unexpectedly step in and offer exactly the support you needed? That reminder that you're not alone can mean everything, and today, you have the chance to be that source of comfort for someone else. There's also a powerful drive towards setting meaningful goals and taking concrete steps toward them. If you've been waiting for the right moment to start a project, make a commitment, or bring a long-held idea to life, this energy supports steady and disciplined progress. Capricorn isn't about quick wins, it's about long-term success built on persistence and dedication. Have you ever looked back at something you achieved and realized how much patience and effort it took to get there? That kind of deep satisfaction comes from committing to the process, even when the results aren't immediate. Today, take one step, no matter how small, towards something that matters to you. As the day unfolds, remember that even if emotions feel subdued, this doesn't mean they are absent. Sometimes, the most powerful growth happens in the quiet moments, in the steady efforts, and in the way we show up for ourselves and others when no one is watching. By staying flexible, open to inspiration, considerate in your interactions, and committed to your goals, you can make the most of today's energy and set yourself up for lasting success. What's one step you can take today that your future self will thank you for?